So the next topic in sampling theory is student t distribution. So the mathematician Sir William Gosset, pen name is student, so that's why we call this distribution as student t distribution. So then what is the difference between the previous problems and by using the student distribution is in previous methods, in the case of a large sample, sampling distribution follows a normal distribution. So previous problems we taken the formula standard normal variate that is used in the case of a large samples, but the method what we are followed in previous cases, which is not true. If in the case of a small samples, we are not follow the method which followed by the previous problems. So in the case of small samples, we decide or we assume the hypothesis is accepted or rejected. Here also we follow the same method. While solving the problems, either we have to accept the hypothesis or reject the hypothesis. But in the case of small samples, we apply the student t distribution. So then what is the student t distribution means? Theoretical distribution. This is a theoretical distribution to test the significance of a sample mean where small sample is drawn from a normal population. So student t distribution is applied only for the small samples. So small sample case we apply the student t distribution. So first I explain the method here. Let xi be the random sample of size n drawn from a normal population with mean mu and variance sigma square. Then the student distribution formula is t is equals to x bar minus mu by s into root n. So we have two formulas here. One is for a single mean, single sample. So how you find the x bar is summation of xi by n. So 1 by n into summation of xi is a sample mean, and then denominator value s square value we find here 1 by n minus 1 into summation of I is equals to 1 to n into xi minus x bar whole square is the sample variance. So in some textbooks we can denote this as sigma square, either s square or sigma square, both are same here. So this we find the value of s square, we substitute after finding the square root we get the s value, substitute here, and here one more term, that is the degree of freedom. So how we find the degree of freedom? We denote in the form of v, that is n minus 1 denotes the number of degree of freedom of t. So this is the t distribution formula for a single sample. Now here we discuss two type of problems. Single sample they gives and two samples are given. So when two samples are given, the student t distribution t is two sample means x as well as y. So x bar minus y bar by s into square root of 1 by n1 plus 1 by n2. The formula is different. See the problem. If they ask the single sample, this is a formula we apply, and in the case of two samples, this is the formula we apply. And here also we find the s square. Again s square has here two formula depending on the problem. Sometimes they give s1 s2 values in the problem itself. We apply this formula. So when we apply this formula, if they given s1 and s2 and n1 and n2 values are known, we apply this formula. Now some cases they won't give s1 and s2, some cases they give the values. So in that case we apply the formula s square is 1 by n1 plus n2 minus 2 into summation of x minus x bar whole square plus y minus y bar whole square. So while solving the problem, I explain the difference between both the formulas. So depending on the problem, either we take s square or this formula of s square or this formula. Here also the degree of freedom is v, we denote n1 plus n2 minus 2 is the degree of freedom. So these are the two formulas to remember for the student t distribution. So from the student's t distribution, For the final examination, you get one 6 marks question. Compulsory one 6 marks irutte. Next, here also in the student distribution also we discuss the hypothesis only. The same problems here also we discuss, but the difference is we discuss here only for the small samples, not for the 100 or 300, 400 is a large sample. In the case of 10, 20 samples, in that case we apply the student t distribution. Here also we have 5% level of significance, and we take the hypothesis either 5% level of significance or 1% level of significance. And we have some table values of t distribution, but they give the t values, distribution values in the problem itself. So no need to see the table here. Directly they give the table values of t distribution in the problem itself. So you have to verify is the t value, whatever we find the t value, how we find the t value by using this formula, either single sample or 2 samples. After finding this t value, now we check the t value with the table value what they give in the problem. So whatever value you got is less than table value what they given in the problem. This t value we have to find, and we compare the t value with the table value they give in the problem itself. Problem alle kottirtare. Now if your value is less than the table value of t, we accept the hypothesis. If the t value what we got here by using the formula is greater than the table value what they given in the problem, we reject the hypothesis. So this is the concept of the t distribution. So main thing is you have to identify 2 formulas only, either they given a single sample or a 2 samples. So if you identify that, because the both the formulas are different here. Now we solve the, actually in model question paper they given only single sample problems only. So first I solve the single sample problems. So very simple problem to student t distribution also. Here a certain stimulus administered to each of 12 patients resulted in the following change in the blood pressures. So these are the changes in the blood pressures of the 12 patients. Because it's a small sample, you have to identify that we have to apply the t distribution. They won't mention in the problem student t distribution, you have to apply like that. So how to identify that it is a t distribution problem? Always the sample what we take in is a small sample. That is a one method. Otherwise, okay, I read the problem. Can it be conclude that the stimulus will be increase the blood pressure? What is the hypothesis they are telling? What is the hypothesis that what they are telling is there is conclude that the stimulus will be increase the blood pressure. So these are the results of the 12 patients of the blood pressure, and we have to verify the hypothesis. What they given is the stimulus will be increase the blood pressure or not. Either this hypothesis will accept or reject, we have to verify. And one more method how you identify it is a t distribution problem means in the bracket they give the value of t distribution level of significance. T at 0.05 for 11 degree of freedom is 2.20. This value is given in the problem itself, the table value of the t distribution. So you can either identify the problem by seeing this value, or you can identify the problem by seeing the small sample also you can identify. So these are the 2 methods to identify the problem. Now first here, what is the value of n here they give? First you identify that it is a single sample problem. The sample kottirodu, so it's a single sample problem. In that n value is 12, and here the mu value is not given. Mu value is not given. In that case we consider mu as 0. And formula, so what is the formula here? T formula is x bar minus mu by s into root n. So already we are given the formula here. Now first find the x bar value. So how you find the x bar value? By adding all these values. I written directly here. I added 5 plus 3 8, 8 plus 8 16. So find the x bar. How you find the x bar means by adding all the values divided by n. Divided by n means 12. So this is your x bar value. Now before substituting s here, we find the s square value. S square formula 1 by n minus 1 into summation of x minus x bar whole square. 1 by n minus 1, n is 12, 12 minus 1 is 11. Summation means we have to add all the values x minus x bar. Here each x is different and x bar is same. What is x here? 5. That is 5 minus x bar andre 2.26 whole square plus. So like that you have to take all the x values and subtract with the x bar value and do the whole square, and by adding all the values and if you divide it by 11, this is the answer you get, 9.5145. If you take the square root, 3.0845, and the value of t value is x bar minus mu by s into root n. So substitute made x bar what we find it 2.66 minus mu is not given here. Sometimes they give mu value, mean value of the sample they give. Here they are not given means in that case we consider that as 0 divided by s we find it here into square root of n, square root of 12. So if you simplify that you get 2.98. So after finding the t value, we compare the whatever we got the t value with the table value what they given at 0.05. 11 degree of freedom means always the degree of freedom should be n minus 1. That is 12 minus 1 means 11. At 11 degree of freedom is 2.201. This value they given in the problem itself. So that is whatever we got the value that is greater than 2.201. If it is greater than, we reject the hypothesis. Less than bandaga, we accept the hypothesis. Therefore, you have to write the conclusion and we reject the hypothesis that the stimulus will be increase the blood pressure. So whatever they concluded that this will the stimulus will be increase the blood pressure. The statement we are rejecting the statement that the stimulus will be increased in the blood pressure. So similarly, one more problem. This is also a model question paper problem. A random sample of 10 boys have the following IQ. So these are the IQs they given. Does the data support the assumption of the population mean IQ of 100 at 5% level of significance? So these are also a single sample problem. First find the value of x bar and find the s square. That is 1 by n minus 1 into summation of x minus x bar. So x bar we find it. X bar you know that how to find by adding all the values divided by n, and find the s square value, and that is x minus x bar whole square. That is 70 minus x bar plus, like that you add all the values. The answer is 14.27 after taking the square root. Now I have not written the formula, that is x bar minus mu. Mu is 100 here. Mu what they given? Mean population. Population mean IQ is 100. So substitute 100 here divided by 14.27. That is your s square value into root n. That is 3.26. And what is the value we got? Minus 0.62. Always we consider the modulus of t. Whatever the value we got less than, what is the table value of t? That is 2.262. Table value of t is 2.262. Therefore, what we got the value is less than. Less than case we accept the hypothesis. You just remember previous problems also, less than case always accept the hypothesis, and greater than case we reject the hypothesis that the population mean IQ of is 100 at 5% level of significance. So this is a method to solve the single mean problem.